This is Budleigh Beach, which connects with the Lower Otter, and in a year's time, this entire valley is being flooded in a major climate change and rewilding project.
If we'd been here at the beginning of the 19th century, we would have been standing in the middle of the Otter estuary. The embankments are reaching the end of their natural life now. And with climate change and sea level rise, those embankments are going to fail. What we're doing here is a project to manage that process and adapt in a managed way, rather than waiting for things to break and then having to try and react in an emergency.
And work is underway to remove some of the grass so it's not lost when the area is flooded.
We sat in the Otter marshes in a clump of this fairly ordinary looking grass, but actually this is one of the rarest grass species in the whole of Devon. This is divided sedge. And although this grass can cope with a little bit of salt water, it doesn't like to be completely inundated, and the tide will come in twice a day. So we're going to move this really important plant to some other sites in the Otter Valley.
And as you can imagine, when it's all flooded, it's going to look very different. Behind me, you can see some wild swimmers. This area is also very popular with paddleboarders. And the idea is once it's all flooded, there'll be signs up to stop people entering the water and disturbing the wildlife.
There's many gains from this project, one of which is for nature, so creating some new wildlife habitat. This kind of habitat is really important as sort of nursery grounds for many fish species, and of course the wading birds come in their hundreds and thousands. It's a busy part of the world and people want to enjoy that, and we want them to come and enjoy it, but of course we need to protect the wildlife as best we can. So when you design the project, you try and restrict the ability to access the site, and of course you've got signage and rangers that will hopefully make sure that people's behaviours are appropriate.
This project is amazing, so it's going to find a sustainable future for the Lower Otter Valley in the face of climate change and sea level rise. It's going to protect an awful lot of the environment here, but also deliver things for people. So public access will be continued, the road will be raised out of the floodplain, and the cricket club will be moved to a secure and flood-free future.